All right, to everyone on my Nurse Stephanie Victoria channel, I have some information I want to share about the Massachusetts CNA state exam. Make sure you watch all the way till the end. But they are now using two vendors. Prometrics is one, and the second one is DNS or TMU. So that's what I'm going to share with you now, and the subtle changes from Prometrics. So the students, my students are already aware of this, and I'm sure whatever school you've gone to has pointed it out, but there are people who's had a gap in knowledge. So let me actually open up that handbook and show you some pertinent things that you need to understand the difference between them and Prometrics, okay? So I'm gonna share my screen with you here. Okay. So my screen, let me just make it larger, and this isn't going to be a long video, so definitely feel free to like and subscribe. I'm not going to read this to you. I'm just going to the important pages. So this is DNS Diversified, and they're now a second vendor. I've been putting all of my students through them because they have a lot of slots and it has been easier, okay? So here are your just numbers to call. And all of your pertinent links, all right? So email, website, all of that. Okay, so you could go through this. This is to set up. This is where, let me put my annotation on what I set up for my students through this page here. And so here are the numbers. But you could take your time and do that. So let me actually take you down so you could understand certain differences. All right, so I'm scrolling. And reciprocity, again, I'm not here to read this for you. What I want to point out that's different from Prometrics is that you actually can take the exam in 2 steps, which is really good. You can do your knowledge component first. So your knowledge exam first, the multiple choice, and you could do that virtually at your home. And I think that is amazing. I've been encouraging my students to do it. So if you see, it says here, skills and knowledge. So you can pay once your school has said you've successfully graduated, you can pay and take the knowledge multiple choice at your home. So if you need help with multiple choice or a CNA refresher, you can check out my CNA course. I'll put it down below. Then once you pass that, you come back and schedule your skills component. The skills will give you a date and time to go in, and you just do the skills test. So if you've been talking to people, you know that Prometrics has it the entire time, like you're there all day, 9 to 3 or whatever the case may be. So this is a huge advantage that you should take advantage of. So you see here, it says virtual. Let's keep going. So the knowledge component, if you need assistance, check out my CNA refresher course. I go over my #1 strategy to answering any multiple choice question and things of that nature. So here's all your info for the knowledge. So then I want to get into the skills component. This is your government ID. Hold on. They're going through all no-shows and all of that. This isn't what I want to go over now. So they're going to give you certain skills, test attempts. You can read that on your own. And if you want me to do other videos breaking this down even further, I can. Manual. All right, let's go to the skills. So the skills section, where you report actually looks different from Prometrics. So I want to point this out. Prometrics had a separate recording sheet, like separate for pulse, respiratory, urinary output, but they kind of give you this one thing, and depending on what skills you're assigned, okay, pulse, respirations, urinary output, fluid intake, signature. So make note of that. Then what I want to point out here, they're actually telling you, you can see on page 30 when you get this, and this is not created by me on the website, you could download your own copy. On page 30, it says you'll be assigned one of the following mandatory tasks with soap and water hand wash. So it will be either catheter care, perineal care, Catheter care and perineal care are just the same way Prometrics had you do it. So my videos are already up. Donning PPE gowns and emptying a urinary drainage bag. So I have an old emptying urinary drainage bag that you didn't have to put the PPE on. And I just made a new video. So I'll link that so that you can watch that. And then assisting resident with bedpan is the same. So they'll give you one of these four. So at least you know for sure. You should study all of them, but at least you know that. And then you'll receive 2 or 3 additional tasks, okay? And then the additional task, when it says not previously tested, etc., is because they're comparing it to Prometrics. So Prometrics didn't have an anti-embolism stocking, and so I made a video for that. Everything else is similar, and I'll shoot some more videos. And it's called embedded hand washing, meaning you wash your hands with soap and water prior. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to point out so you can go through. And there's some videos that I just made to adjust, account for subtle changes, and I'll make some more. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay updated. And when we get here, I'm trying to get to the pulse and respiratory. Prometrics used to have you do either, they would either assign pulse or assign respirations. They're doing it combined. So how I've instructed my students is to go in the same, wash your hands, go in the same intro, do a pulse, they'll give you the paper documented, and then just do the respiratory. So it's not like you have to exit, wash your hands, and go back in, okay? So I just wanted to show you some subtle changes. In DNS, I've gotten some great feedback from my students. They're not waiting long for exams. And so best of luck to you. If you need a CNA refresher, check out my link so we can help you prepare. All right, take care.